Pseudoregalia is a 3D platformer that uses different elements from the Metroidvania genre in order to create a very compelling experience, in my opinion. And going into the game, I didn't expect too much. I mean, I got it on a very good sale on the Steam Summer Sale, and I thought it was worth a try. It had overwhelmingly positive reviews, but what I ended up getting was a very unique experience, and it's a game that I've never seen before, anything like it. So jumping straight into it, the things that make this experience so compelling is, one, the atmosphere, combined with the music and everything. It creates a feeling that, well, a lot of retro games have, but here, it's, pretty unique, and it feels different at times. You should be able to hear the music in the background and get the general vibe of the game. This, combined with surprisingly smooth platforming, it's very fluid, and it doesn't look fluid when you look at the video. It looks kind of ugly, but the platforming is actually pretty good. And I mean, the game starts off with you basically not having much ability to traverse the world at all, but as in line with the Metroidvania genre, over time you unlock new abilities and you're able to get around everywhere in very creative ways using the abilities that you unlock over time. You unlock a slide at the start, then you might unlock like a wall jump later. But because of how open and sort of randomly placed everything feels, you're able to sort of find what feels like secret ways to get to all of the different areas of the game. And also in line with the Metroidvania genre, you have an interconnected world, and you're going to have to backtrack as you unlock new abilities in order to access other areas. But this is always very nice to do because of the atmosphere and generally exploring the game. Now, the game is pretty short, at 5 hours long, but it's a very unique game, so I think no matter what, it's worth it. And apparently originally there wasn't a map in the game, which certainly would make the world kind of annoying to traverse, but everything feels nice, so I guess getting lost isn't that bad. But now there is a map in the game. It's not like the best map or anything, and I think one of my issues first arises from this. So my biggest issue with the game is that a lot of the areas the whole areas don't really feel sort of cohesive in the world. Like, they feel all separate pretty much. And I think having a more gradual transition between the areas and possibly even like a larger world map would sort of bring the cohesion together a bit more. Now that's my main criticism. I've seen criticisms over the combat, but to be honest, the combat does not play a big role in the game. The platforming is where the main difficulty of the game comes. Even if you even call the game difficult, it's not very difficult at all. But the combat in the game is very minimal. There's like 2 bosses in total. So you don't have to worry about that. What I mainly did is just avoid the enemies. Now tonally, the game is inspired by a lot of, PS1 and N64 era games, as I've said before. I would basically say overall it feels melancholic and mysterious, The NPCs that you interact with don't really help with the experience that much, in my opinion. They could probably be expanded upon. But, the soundtrack's great and it assists this tone really well. So just exploring the world is pretty fun. So overall, it is a great game and a unique experience by these indie devs. I really hope that they make, more of games like these, and possibly longer as well, because this game feels like the foundation of something a lot larger. With its incredible platforming combined with its, really good atmosphere due to its aesthetic being pretty retro. There's something growing here, and I think that this has the potential to be something really great, especially if it's expanded upon even more in one of their future games. Of course, something, unique in and of itself, but there is definitely something here. Now, since this is my first recording of a game that I wanted to talk about, I'm going to give it like a baseline rating of 9 out of 10. I really love this game. Obviously, there are a few criticisms here and there, like, the NPCs could be a bit better, and also, having a more cohesive overall world would be cool, but I can't wait to see what these devs do next. They have another game coming up, Electrokinetic, by, how do I say that name, Ritzler. So wishlist that, because that could also have the potential to be really good. It looks unique, so can't wait to see what they do next.